Can you imagine a place where the waves of instability have molded the daily lives of its people? Well, stick around because we're about to unravel the fascinating journey of a nation striving against all odds to find stability. Hey there, curious minds. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the untold stories that shape our world. Today, we're setting sail into the intriguing waters of Somalia, a country that has been charting its course for the past 30 years without a proper government. Are you ready to explore the uncharted territories of Somalia's 30-year journey without a government? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we've got more mind-bending stories coming your way. Drop your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Let's embark on this adventure together. Somalia, 30 years of living without a government, with one of the highest fertility rates in the world. Somalia has spent the last 30 years navigating the rough seas of life without an effective government. Because of the protracted era of instability, certain and frequently confusing features of daily life have emerged, painting a picture of a nation striving against many odds to achieve stability. Somali women bear an average of 6 children, which puts the country's high fertility rate at the center of its demographic problems. Insufficient availability of contraception intensifies population expansion and is a substantial hindrance to the country's progress. Ironically, life expectancy is still remarkably low, with males estimated to live just 53.5 years and women 56.6 years. Despite this high reproduction rate, only 37% of Somalis over the age of 15 are literate, which adds to the complexity of daily living in the country. Due to a lack of reading material, books and newspapers are few, making radio the main medium used in the nation to disseminate news. Although attempts have been made to reduce this threat, piracy has plagued Somalia's recent past. Somali pirates were formerly a powerful force in the coastal seas. Several residents of the area invested in these wrongful businesses, profiting from their successful raids. The region's intricate interaction of socioeconomic variables is reflected in the persistence of remains of this age. Despite the dramatic decline in the threat posed by pirates, the nation's turbulent past is evident in the capital city of Mogadishu. Because there are few paved roads, few people possess cars, and there are no set traffic laws, the lack of traffic signals on its streets has not led to chaos. The nation is split on which side of the road to drive as a result of the civil war, which has raged since 1991 and represents the ongoing impact of conflict on the daily lives of Somalis. With only 8 paved airfields and 1 main paved road between Mogadishu and Kismayo, Somalia's infrastructure is still quite basic. Nonetheless, a noteworthy advancement is the growing ubiquity of the internet, with 13.7% of people using it, a 16% rise from 2021. In many regions of the nation, there is a stark contrast between the basic living circumstances and restricted access to contemporary conveniences and this technical growth. Somali cuisine does not heavily include seafood, despite its coastal location. Rather, camel milk and soft cakes are the mainstays of the daily diet, indicating the impact of cultural customs and the difficulties of obtaining food in a country driven by violence and unrest. Credit cards are rarely accepted in this cash-only culture, and getting a currency advance on a card is almost hard to do. The indigenous currency. The Somali shilling faces competition from the ubiquitous use of US dollars. Financial transactions are made more difficult by the unreliability of the first ATM in Somalia, which was installed in 2014. The implementation of Sharia law in 2009 resulted in the Christmas holidays being banned in 2015, underscoring the difficulties in implementing laws in a country where the government's hold on power is shaky. The fallout of 30 years of civil conflict has made Somalia an unsafe place. The Mogadishu administration struggles to maintain power, which makes it reluctant to provide entry visas. Foreigner kidnappings and executions have grown frequent enough to require armed security, which comes at an expensive $500 a day, although it is common to see heavily armed guards, shootouts, and explosives continue, highlighting the ongoing risks to personal safety depending on the area. Daily life in Somalia is a study in contrasts. Residents of government-controlled zones enjoy a sense of freedom despite the risk, crime, and sickness that surround them. The environment in warlord-controlled areas is similar to a fundamentalist caliphate, with armed militias upholding its harsh and quick justice system that lacks trials or courts. But among all of this upheaval, Somaliland stands out as an exception. During the Civil War, Somaliland proclaimed itself an unrecognized republic and went on to build a functional economy, free elections, and low rates of crime. Foreign countries deal directly with Somaliland, considering it similar to Taiwan in international matters. Despite its lack of formal recognition, the stimulant herb cart adds another level of complexity to Somalia's already complicated environment. Though technically forbidden in Somalia but lawful in Somaliland, cart is brought into Mogadishu by plane and sold openly on the streets, bringing in an estimated $200,000 per day.